Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Yo, what's happening? What's going on, people? How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody that's listening. Make sure you hit the like and share button if you don't mind. And we got a few things to go over to talk about today. And a lot of news happening. You know, me with this new office joint, you know, it's tough to talk to people. You know, I get home about 4:45, get a little Chick-fil-A up in me. You know, Jesus chicken is always good. And take a little walk around on the wild side, check the mail, check email, all that kind of stuff. And then I sit down and Lord and behold, it's some news hit yesterday. We'll start with yesterday's news. And we got a few things to talk about. Sony is launching into cloud-based gaming. It's like, they're gonna go ahead and do that. We have a big state of play announcement about Final Fantasy 16 is going to get its time to shine. This was kind of the prediction. I actually thought they would move it till May because I don't think the game comes out until June. So I thought it'd be a little bit closer to May, but we're getting it this month. And, you got, content creators out there telling you that it's dry, and which I think is baloney, but, we can go over why I think it's baloney. It's not dry on PlayStation, nor is it dry on Xbox. There are games coming, so now, if you are a moist ass, soft ass content creator and you're trash at what you're supposed to be doing, yeah, you're going to have some problems out there, because, he or she or whatever they are, because you never know these days, right? You got some dudes out there that are moist as hell, right? So, they're just not very good content creators for you guys. But, here, in this dojo, shout out to Obsidian. In this dojo, we aim to please, So the question I've asked you all, and you can answer now live, if you don't mind, is: do you trust you to trust me to trust you? Okay, because you shouldn't trust anybody. I don't care if they tell you that it can, it can go 0 to 60 and under 6 seconds. You better like, no, I need to see that. I don't care if they tell you that, the TV or the monitor's got all the bells and whistles. I need to see it. You don't trust anybody. So, now, we got some other things going on. And, but I want to start with some gaming announcement and give a big shout out to the people that are here. So, Briaros, what is happening? How are you doing? Garudia Legends, and oh yes, the super chat button is open again because we got to get a new chair now. Yes, we are stripping and stunning for super chats now because of we need a new chair. Going into the summertime, a brother gonna be outside a little bit more, and daddy needs a new chair to sit in. So I'm coming to the community to help get that. But you are invited here Friday night at 8 o'clock when I order the new CPU. Yes, we are ordering a new CPU on Friday. Everybody's invited to see me order it. That way you can see where your money goes. I mean, I'm not going to stop my podcast and go run out and get something. I heard there's people doing that. That's what I heard. I don't know. Allegedly, people went out and stopped their podcast after they got enough donations to go buy some shoes or something. So, that's not the way it works, right? So you do know that we get paid on between like the 17th and the 21st of each month from YouTube, and your threshold is $100. All right, your threshold is $100. Like you cannot, like I don't care if you have $99.99. YouTube is not going to send you your cash. Okay, you won't have it. It won't happen. You have to wait till the next month to get it. So, but yeah, we got something to talk about, including REDFALL being 30 frames per second. I'm telling you guys, I was this close to getting an Xbox. Like literally was going to go get a bundle on Friday, right? Was going to hold off on buying the CPU. Was like, man, you know what? This is the first generation. I ain't have an Xbox. I'm going to get an Xbox. I was even going to fork out the extra $50. And you know how frugal I am. Oh, hell, you all know I'm a cheap bastard, right? I don't want to pay for nothing that I don't have to. I was going to fork out half a stack. Was like, you know what? F it. I'm going to do it for the community, right? Because I love the community. Because the community loves and it trusts its Messiah. How could I be the Messiah of Xbox without an Xbox, right? You know, that's like two dicks and no chick, you know? So, but then when I got this news of Redfall, a first party IP that's gonna be 30 frames per second, I almost fell out the chair, but we're gonna have to go into that. And you know it's bad when your best YouTubers out there, from King Thrash to Sick Humor, shout out to both those brothers, Marlin Gaming Nation, they're losing their minds. Like, they just can't believe how trash this is. But we're gonna talk about how the Xbox really isn't full RDNA 2. I was told it was RDNA like 1.8, and they put some custom 2.0
What's up,
features
Craig?
in it. What's happening, everybody? Give yourselves a hand. That's what we on today. Jim Ryan going nuts over the 10-year deal. Either Sony's gonna sign the deal or they're not. Okay, but shout out to 60 Frames No Lag. Make sure y'all go check that out. That's a good podcast, man. One of the bad things about having to get up at 5:15 in the morning is I can't stay up past 10. So right about 9:30, 9:40, I turned into a log. Like, you all should have seen it. I turned into a big brown log, right? I already looked like a brown log, but I was really a brown log. So I'm actually a log, and I'm just in human form right now. But let's start with this state of play. And I'm excited for the state of play because, again, I like Final Fantasy, not like I used to back in the 90s. Like, I was a Final Fantasy, Tyrannosaurus. Like, I played 8, 9, 10. I didn't play 11 or 12. And then I got because I had an Xbox, right? So I got 13 and 13, I got 13, right? But it felt like I was the only person on Xbox playing that game. I would add, and this is back when I had like a bunch of friends on the Xbox, right? Or people that you stayed in contact with, and or people you gamed with. And I literally said, man, is anybody playing Final Fantasy? They were like, nah, ain't nobody want to play that game. We want to get online and put on our headsets and call them the B2. I mean, it started back then. They were turning into little B2X. Then y'all should have seen it. Now it's just a house of horrors. They don't even take showers. They ain't getting no women. All they want to do is put on a headset and get one-man army. And it started, I saw it when it started, and I was there when it started. I got out of it, right? Because I like boob. I mean, I smell like a titty right now. I mean, these guys want to call in the B2, and I smell like a titty. So, but shout out to everybody that is here. Shout out to everybody that will be here later. Man, make sure you go ahead and tell a friend. Well, shout out to Nova Red. They're in the City of Lights, I believe. It is Paris, France. Wee and Bun Buns to Nova Red. And let's see, Grudia Legends. Yeah, Grudia, man, we gotta, I mean, if you're in a generous mood, my friend, go ahead and, if you want to donate, because we're stripping and stunting for a chair now. I'm being honest with you, right? So if you want to donate, please. I haven't seen anything yet because I've got this big thing on the board. So we're going to talk about the Final Fantasy thing. Nick's is in the house. Big Lido 4, how are you doing? Nick, what's happening, brother? What is happening? J Roll 4 to the 9, how are you doing? Also, a big shout out to Bronco Blurb, who has followed me on Twitch. If you don't know, the second Mass Effect playthrough was done on Twitch. As I promised, I played exactly 1 hour. So now we're at a point where we're about to expose Saren the Spectre. That will pick up on YouTube at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock, as I promised. 7 Eastern time to 8 Eastern time. That's what we're going to do. We'll expose Saren, then we will go out into the Traverse, because I heard, I mean, again, I could have misheard, but I heard J-Tech TV say that he's played Mass Effect and he keeps dying. He don't know how to get the good ending. So we're going to show exactly what you need to do in this game to get the good ending, okay? Because that's the only ending I know how to get. I got the bad ending the first time I played it, like the first playthrough. I did that, but I can't do nothing else. I mean, I ain't doing it. So, but what is going to, you all know the Nightbot is in the house and he ain't taking no, I mean, look, the Nightbot is white and you are not going to disrespect that white Nightbot. Okay. So J-Roll with the $2 going to the chair. I appreciate it, brother. Sammy Odyssey, how are you doing? So one for each FPS and Redfall. That's right. Because that's a disaster, man. I can't believe how bad that is. But I appreciate that $2 holler. I do appreciate it. So, I didn't play Final Fantasy VII. Not originally. I am playing. I'm playing through it again. I did buy Crisis Core, and that's like a prequel, right? So I'm gonna play it in order. And people talk about some cheesy lines, man. You almost have to. I laugh at the dialogue in Final Fantasy VII. It's just funny. It's like over the top funny because it's so damn cheesy, right? So, but it's Square Enix, and all the people complaining about, well, they didn't put any black characters in Final Fantasy. Square Enix has a whole game called Forspoken that has a black character. So if you want to see a black Final Fantasy character, that's what Forspoken is. It's a baby Final Fantasy. That's what it is. It's a baby version of Final Fantasy. Frey is just a baby Final Fantasy character. But I tell you this right now, Frey would kick Cloud's ass because Cloud's sword is too big and his arms are too small. And Frey is a major magic user, so she would destroy Cloud, right? So, but anyway, we'll keep going. But anyway, Sony is having a state of play, and it's all about Final Fantasy 16. And I really do like this because the people are really going to see I really hope they go into how they made the game, the characters, what they're aiming for. They have a new combat system. So we'll hopefully get to see this on display for the people who are interested in it. Now, I was on the fence. I was on the fence with Final Fantasy, but I'm buying it now. All right, I am buying it now. So, yeah, J-Ro, we see it. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. That is going to the chair. I got to get me a decent chair now. You know what? I need kind of like that chair that Kofi has, and because my Cyberpunk chair broke. Like, I fixed it the first time, but it broke again. I can't fix it again, so it's cool. But time to get a new chair, right? So, but again, everybody's invited Friday night when I order my new CPU, because I was gonna get an Xbox. I was actually gonna spend $559 plus tax, and in my state it would have came to, I think he said it would have came to like $568 and some change. I was gonna pay it. Like, yeah, you know what? I don't have one. It's first generation. I don't have one. It's been 3 years. I can't do it, man. I can't. I can't do it. So I appreciate the donation, though. But don't be surprised if you hear Sony. And I just put this on Twitter. If you're not following on Twitter, it's shame on you. But I just put this on Twitter. Don't be surprised if during State of Play tomorrow, which I'm not going to show because I'll just watch one of you jabronis. Actually, I'll be doing other stuff. It's Thursday. No, I'm going out for a brew. Grown ass man. I mean, I'll come back and watch it in 4K. But if you're going to watch it, if you're going to stream it, just be careful because they may have music in there that's copywritten and they'll shut your shit off. So I don't recommend anybody do it, but people are going to do it. So, but what I'm interested in is the combat system and how they mean Square Enix, coming out saying that this game could only work on the PS5, and we want to see why. You know what I'm saying? So what are they going to show that's just going to like blow you away? What would you like to see? For me, it's the combat system. So that's me, though. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different reason to watch it. Some people aren't interested in it, but I don't want to hear, at least over here in this dojo, I don't want to hear people saying, well, are we going to see Spider-Man? No, they clearly are telling you what you're going to see. And that's it. You're not going to see nothing else but Final Fantasy, which is fine. So what do you all think about it? Are you excited about it? Are you on the fence? See, you have your Guardian forces here. So I don't know who these two right here, Shiva and Ifrit, are kind of the old school guys. This guy right here, I don't know who this is. But again, I'm not knocking it, right? We'll see it, but it is on the PlayStation, Twitch, and YouTube channels. Let's see here. If you're going to watch it, it is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, like, I will literally be walking in the house when this thing comes on. So, I'm not going to be able to watch it because I will be walking right into the house, right? But Says here it's the game has gone gold. If you didn't know that, be out June 22nd, a date that the game's producer promises isn't moving. Here we go. So we'll see, but here it's ready to go. And you know, I don't know what the game's going to be about. It's going to tell the story of Clive Rosefield, a warrior known as the first shield of Rosaria. Okay, or Rosia. And his younger brother Joshua, a dominant who wields the power of the Phoenix. Oh, okay. So interesting. So we're gonna see what this story is about. If the change that they're making, if it does well, we'll have to wait and see, right? So Final Fantasy VII is one of the best Final Fantasy. Yeah, I know. I played the other Final Fantasy. So I played 8. I played 9, I played 10, I played 13. So trust me, I know Final Fantasy is a good series, but yeah, I just didn't play 7. I can't tell you why. I think at the time I was mostly gaming on PC, but yeah, I Final Fantasy 7, that's the game that like people were talking about that at school. Like, oh, you got to play Final Fantasy 7. And I went over to a friend of mine's house and he had it. I'm like, man, I can't play this. So, but I played 8. I got into 8 and 9. I finished both those. I beat 10. I beat 10-2 as well. 10-2 was the first direct sequel, and which was cool. It was cool to play. And then I still remember 10 though. That dude Waka, that dude was hilarious. I mean, he was hilarious. So still my favorite Final Fantasy character is Waka. So I remember that. They're about to fight that big dragon. And they tried to charge you for equipment. Dude was like, we gotta pay? That sounds like something I would say. All right, you want me to go out there and fight this thing, and you want me to pay for my equipment? He was like, what? We gotta pay. If we get beat, you'll die too. It was one of the funniest lines I remember. So, but great game. I think it was Final Fantasy VIII. Great game, by the way. A lot of fun with that one. And but what are you all looking forward to? I'm hearing these content creators telling you all that it's dry. You know, nah. Your lips may be dry, your skin may be dry, but how is it dry when Jedi Survivor, at Star Wars Celebration, people were going crazy. Where's the dryness? All right, how is it dry when Burning Swords, the DLC, is about to come out in a couple of days? Doesn't it come out next week? I mean, am I wrong about that? And, you know, MLB The Show is about to come out. I mean, how is it dry? But here's what's dry. Because Sony isn't giving these people, I'll just call them these people, the people that you all are subscribed to, okay? They're not giving them any information. And because they're not giving these people any information, you all aren't donating to them. And because you're not donating to them, they're having to do all kind of things, okay? Eventually, they will have, I guarantee you, what they will do is they will have separate podcasts, meaning that they will have like a Nintendo podcast and an Xbox podcast, or they'll have a PlayStation podcast and a PC podcast, something like that. You know, but they'll do it separately. They won't do the same thing. Like, they won't give you the same information because, one, they want to make more videos. Number two, they want to split their audiences so that their audience will give them money. Just trust me, this is a strategy. It is. If this is for the people who get paid to do this, I mean, I can't imagine that, right? Like, I mean, you know, it's a hobby to me, and shout out to everybody who goes. And there's a lot of money online. You get partnerships. You get stuff like, I mean, I'm following some like couples, and they're getting stuff donated to them, like the girl is pregnant, and they get stuff from like Baby R Us, and they get shopping sprees. You know, Walmart gave this one couple I follow like a $500 gift card for baby stuff. Again, so that it's kind of advertising, and they show themselves vlogging, going to those stores. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, is what I'm trying to say to you. But be wary of those who bring you gifts. They know. So I mean, again, I'm being honest with you. I want a new chair, so I would like the community to donate to it. But I'm honest with you, right? I'm an honest cheap bastard, right? You can't say not cheap. The Thrash's video was great. Yeah, I watched it, man. He still playing Sarah McLachlan in the background. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, go make sure y'all go check out man King Thrash. If you're not sub to Thrash, you're really missing out on a lot of good information. You got to get through the bravado, but once he settles into actually delivering the information, the man is spot on. It's just like shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Everything that has come out of my mouth, it is directly, I'll give credit where credit is due. It's directly because I've watched Hip Hop Gamer. That's why I'm like, yeah, Silent Hill's coming back, Metal Gear's coming back, SOCOM's coming back. And everybody's like, well, where'd you get this from? From people who are actually in the business, right? Who talk to the people. So it's like, yeah, these games are coming back. Now, is Sony going to come out and tell you what they're going to do in the next 3 years? No. They're not going to do that. That is a strategic move so that this group of people that's running SIE, they're not as open as the other group was. And that's the way it is. You know, again, it's a change in the business. If your business model stays the same, you're going to have to change your business model because I'm not dependent on Sony to give me information to keep the lights. I can't imagine that. So, I mean, I don't get it. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. I don't get it. You know, so, but, yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach them. Cannot play with them. Can't do it. You know, so, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we're not going to get Wolverine. You're getting Final Fantasy. No Spider-Man. No Wolverine. No Silent Hill. No Castle. What's it called? Castlevania. Nothing. You are getting a dedicated state of play for Final Fantasy 16. That's it. It's like these showrunners at Star Wars Celebration. They told you, like, well, what's the Osaka show going to be about? They tell you exactly what it's going to be about. Okay, it's not going to be about nothing else but what they tell you. And then these guys get mad. Well, they should have showed us this. They didn't show it. Well, your showrunner right there told you what it was going to be about. You know. So, like The Last of Us, they're like, okay, The Last of Us has 2 games. We're going to stretch the second game over 2 seasons. Okay. All right. So what are they going to show? Well, I can tell you one thing they probably will show is what happened between the first and second game. Like what happened? Because we don't know. Remember, The Last of Us Part 2 starts, Joel talking to Tommy, and that's it. We don't know what happens in between there. And there's like, what, a 4-year jump, a 5-year jump. So what happened in that 5 years? There's a whole lot of story they can tell, right? And then we know part 2, we know what's going to happen with Joel. What happened to Joel in the game is going to happen in this. That's why they went 3 years, right? Sony's like, we can maybe get 3 years out of it. That's all we going to get. All right, that's what we're going to get. Don't be on here talking about, well, Joel, he going to die. Yeah, because he died in the game. Well, they can retcon it. Why? That was the catalyst for Ellie doing that's what the part 2's about. Revenge. Okay? Revenge. And then towards the end, it becomes about forgiveness. Like, look at what you're going to lose if you keep this up. You dig? So, what's up, Monty White? Says all PlayStation first-party games come with like 4 different graphical settings. That REDFALL situation. Yes, to me, it's unacceptable, but I wasn't going to play the game. I don't have the hardware. I mean, it's bad, man. That's all I can say. It's bad. We'll get to it, though. But what do y'all think about this Final Fantasy news? Is this something that you're excited for, this state of play? Hopefully you don't watch it just to be watching it, because you got nothing else to do. Like, if you're not interested in Final Fantasy, then don't watch the show. Just say, yeah, I'm sure I didn't watch it. Why? I'm not interested in Final Fantasy. So yeah, we're gonna pull up the cloud gaming because it kind of got lost in the sauce. So, but we're gonna go to our friends at Push Square. Yeah, this picture is hilarious, by the way. Hilarious. Hold on, let me let you all soak up this picture of Jim Ryan. turn on the AC. Done it early. All right. So as you can see, there's crying Jim Ryan, and for smoking, it said they're showing some more Zelda tomorrow. Well, there you go. Yeah. So you got a big gaming day tomorrow, but according to people out there, you know what? It's dry out there. I don't know. I don't know why you're listening, but you are. So, I mean, somebody sent me that clip. I'm like, man, you know what? This is complete trash. You know, it's dry because you don't play games. It ain't never dry. It is never dry. You know, so, but it looks like it says a year after. This comes from Push Square. So if you're not a circle, then you're a Push Square. So, it says it's better home awaiting in the sky. Yeah, ribbon in the sky. You know. So, but Sony is going to do it. It says here, says these job position pitchings begin with the same refrain, stating, as a member of Sony Interactive Entertainment's Future Technology Group, or FTG, that's its gangster name, you'll have the opportunity to lead the charge into cloud gaming revolution. Okay? So that is it. It says the FTG will supposedly also do R&D, that's research and development, on hardware like VR headsets and game controllers, as well as working on some specialized software features. I mean, it's something else, man, going on here. It says patents often never see the light of day, but one particular involves using the power of multiple GPUs to power a single person's game or a player-specific point of view through a VR headset. That's something else. So we'll be it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, I think. And if you are into cloud gaming, or if you would like to see more games on the cloud, you want to play The Last of Us, or I don't know, Gran Turismo, I don't know, whatever they put out there, you know, some of the smaller games. What do you all think? They're doing this. This was yesterday at 10 o'clock. Nobody talked about this. We didn't, I don't think, and maybe they talked about it on 60 frames and I had left already. But, you know, it is what it is. What do you all think? You know, is this a good move by Sony? You know, and Sony is already mopping the floor with Microsoft. You know, we've seen the numbers don't lie. You know, we were told Sony was going in the wrong direction, and they didn't know what they were doing, and and now what's then happened is, you know, these guys that went in, and you know who they ran into on the inside. Let's just go ahead and put him up on the screen. We're gonna put him up on the screen. This is who these guys ran into. And you already know what his message is, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. What is this man's message? Well, let me see if I got the volume. Let me see if I get the clip right. Man, check this out, man. We're about to go up with your dumb hole. Look at you got it on. Man, check this out, man. We're about to go up with your dumb hole. Look at you got it on. Check this out, man. We're about to go up with your dumb hole. Look at you got it on. Check this out, man. Yep, check this out, man. He said, man, check this out. You know what's next. You know what he's about to do. So we got these numbers out now, and you know we'll go to another number. It is what it is. We're gonna go to our friends at WCC Tech, and what's then happened is they done ran into Chocolate Thunder, and Chocolate Thunder got double life. He ain't never getting out. And now we were told by multiple people in the community that Sony was going in the wrong direction. And now we're looking at these Q1 sales. And this is in England, the U of K, or the United England, the United UK, the United Kingdom. That's what the UK stands for. Why is PS5's Q1 sales up 180% year to year if they're going in the wrong damn direction? I mean, again, this is a question that has an answer. I can see if their sales had declined like the Switch and the XSX or the Xbox Series console, okay? You know, what Xbox has failed to do is, and what they're trying to do with Call of Duty and Bethesda is, you know, make a bigger footprint. You know, they want to make a bigger footprint. They want to increase their market because their sales are declining with the console. That's just the reality of it. I don't want to hear, well, you're bashing the Xbox. Child, please. You know, child, please. It's right here in the numbers. All right. And it is what it is, right? So I don't know if these guys have ever come out and explained what, based on the numbers, because you can see the numbers. I mean, it's just, you know, like the dude said, you know, check this out, man. You know, I'm going to go up in your butthole, homie, because you got it all ready for me. Now, look, you're the one who came out yelling and screaming. Sony is going in the wrong direction. Sony putting games on PC is wrong. You know, where was I at with it? I was like, look, man, I'll give them a year to see what, because maybe they have some numbers we don't see. And they was, no, they're not going to do it. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, again, you all saw it. And now what's then happened is they got put in that cell with Chocolate Thunder and he got double life. He ain't never getting out. And I mean, you know, which means you the best looking thing he gonna see. I mean, he's looking at you like you a pretty brown skinned man. And you the closest thing to a woman I'm gonna get. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, so you know what's next. I mean, we know it, right? Now, maybe Xbox, I'm not here to say Xbox is in a flat spin like Maverick was in the first Top Gun, okay? But when you see Sony at that 2-to-1 margin that multiple independent analysts said they were going to get to, that's why these guys ran and said, well, we got VRR and VRS and HPV and STD, and Xbox is doing things that the PlayStation can't do. Well, guess what? They were right. Xbox is doing things that the PlayStation can't do. And you know what one of those things is? Playing first-party games at 30 frames a second. Woo! How is this even possible when you told me that Xbox was full RDNA 2? That's what I got told. I don't know what you all got told, but I got told that it had full RDNA 2. It had like tier 69 ray tracing. Dealer Gaming said that all ray tracing was going to be better because it had more teraflops and it had more compute units than PlayStation. I mean, that's what I got told. All right? That's what I got told. And for some reason, and I don't know why, all right? But for some reason, Redfall was running 30 frames per second. And I ain't seen nothing from, you know, I'm hearing things now that, oh no, it's going to come later on. And we don't know that. Like, I mean, again, trust nobody when it comes to this stuff. All right? Because you're going to end up in the same cell as Chocolate Thunder. You know, I mean, again, it's just, I don't know what else to say. You know, and we all know what Chocolate Thunder gonna do. Chocolate Thunder gonna do what he does. Chocolate Thunder can bench press 700 pounds. What's up, Windsweep? But somebody can tell me, I mean, what do you think a full RDNA 2 card and a 8-core processor. Let's just put a 2700X on it. All right, that's an 8-core processor. Do you not think that won't be able to process at higher than 60 frames per second? So the question is why can't the Xbox? And the answer is it's not an RDNA 2 console. I'm telling you that right now. Breaking news right now. You can clip that. The Xbox is not a full RDNA 2 console. It is like RDNA 1.8 or big Navi. So it does have some RDNA 2 processors on it, but it's not a full RDNA 2 card. Because a full RDNA 2 card will play this game at 60 frames, but it's if you want to play it. I'm not here to say don't play it or play it or not. So Winsweet said Cerny was prepared for this generation. Yeah, I mean, obviously they were. But this is not about the PlayStation, because all the PlayStation first-party games, even the ones from last generation that they brought over, are all 60 frames per second. All of them. Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Part 1. It has a 60 FPS mode. The PS5 version's got a bunch of modes on it, like 3 or 4 modes. I mean, these are first-party games. And, Ghost of Tsushima has a PS5 version. Has got, several modes on it. I mean, we go on and on and on and on. Ratchet and Clank has several modes. Spider-Man. I mean, again, we got what PlayStation said we were going to get. First, out the box. As soon as your PlayStation was set up, if you decided to go buy that Spider-Man game, the remaster, you could play it at 60 frames per second. You can play it at 4K 60, checkerboard it. Again, I haven't played that version of it yet. If somebody has, drop a comment on how it's like. Drop a comment. Tell me, hey, look, yeah, I'm playing it at, I played it at 4K 60. It's checkerboarded. Let me know what it's like. I don't think there's any ray tracing on it. Or you could have stepped down. You could step down and you could play it at 1440p, 60 locked with ray tracing, full ray tracing, or you can go 4K 30 with full ray tracing. I think those are the modes on it. Now, I'm a 1440p whore, so I hold myself out, and I'm going to replay Spider-Man at 1440p native output. So, just it is what it is. And, you all, so, I mean, the question is why, now I think you can see why there was so much emphasis put on features and not the main feature on why you bought the damn console, which was, to enjoy the console, play some games. Not unless you bought your Xbox for the Blu-ray, which is possible. Look, I've watched a couple of Blu-ray movies on my PlayStation. That's not the main reason I got it. But sure, because I have a dedicated Blu-ray player. I've got the Samsung 4K 8500D. So I've got a dedicated player. I'm happy with it. It's good. That's what it's. I bought it for that. I got a steal. I got it for $179. That thing first came out, I think it was $299. So got it for 50% off, give or take. Monty White says Sony being smart, they're sticking with traditional gaming and adding other options. So they have their hands in every gaming sector versus Xbox going all in on subscription services. Well, yeah, I know. Get the likes up, people. You don't want me to bring out Chocolate Thunder no more. So, you don't want me to do that. Once I figure out how to get that up on the, how to get that scene to pop up, I know there's a way to do it. I don't know how. So I'll figure it out though. Yeah, well, Microsoft makes hardware. They make phones. They make tablets. They make hardware. They make Xbox. That's hardware. Yeah, Sergeant 12 says full FOOL RDNA 2. Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't get fooled. I'm like, yeah, I know that ain't full RDNA 2. It ain't got no. Oh, what's up, Mega Davo? It ain't got no cache scrubber. It doesn't have the same thing. They were like, we got velocity architecture. We got velocity architecture. Yeah, it's so damn fast. It works so well. It's 30 frames per second. And again, I'm the guy who sat here and told you that 30 FPS wasn't going anywhere, but it was more in line with third-party developers. They're not going to sit up there if they don't have to and give you 60 if they can give you 30. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like that Justice League game, I forgot the name of it. Gotham Knights, stuff like that. A first party, not on first party. And they're talking about we're going to patch it in later. Nah, man, nah, you better. I mean, hopefully the outcry, they get it in there soon. You know, that's all I can say. They got to get it in there day of. And because this is an abortion. I mean, I don't know how in the world a first party IP is 30 frames per second. I mean, that, man, let me tell you this right now. If Starfield is only 30 frames per second, there's going to be a problem. I mean, it's going to be a problem. And because again, I'm going to play it. I will play Starfield, but if I got to play it at 30 frames per second, I will be mad. I'll be mad. That's all I can say. That's like, I don't know. That's like having sex with your girl and she keeps her bra on or something. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, games like that should not be 30 frames per second. When you're flying in space and you're in that kind of combat, it needs to be 60 frames per second. You know, that's why I was thinking that Mass Effect Andromeda on console last November 7th or N7 day, that should have got the 60 FPS patch on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. This man, what the hell, man? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, Chocolate Thunder gonna make you use. Well, no, that's not what happens. See, chocolate, like when you go ahead, you gotta clear yourself out. And when you do that, it's called getting it ready. That's why he says, you got it all ready for me. That's where that comes from, right? Like, no, I don't, you know, this is the way it's gonna be. So, man, y'all need to listen. I mean, listen. This game better get 60 at launch. That's all I can say. And Starfield better be 60 frames at launch. That's all I can say. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing else about it. As somebody who is going to be playing Starfield, who will be streaming it for you guys, okay? If I got to do that 30 frames a second, I'm going to be mad. You know, I will be mad. I mean, that's all I can say. It's not that I'm not going to play it, but I will be mad. So, what's up with the other $2 holler? I appreciate it, brother. How's it been today? Well, I've been all right. I mean, I got home and saw that REDFALL was 30 frames per second. Like, what the hell?
What's good, Kriog? How's your day been?
It's been not bad. I can't complain. It's just a confirmed 30. No, it's not. It's not a confirmed 30. I mean, come on now. Somebody send me a link where it's a confirmed 30. Not, well, Todd Howard said 30 is okay. That's not officially telling me anything. So, everybody's saying it's going to be 30. You all, let me tell you this right now. If you all are wrong about that, you know who's going to be in your pen. That's all I can say. You know who you getting roomed up with. So don't say it's 30 because somebody's like, shout out to Todd Howard. He's saying that, well, 30 is okay. That doesn't mean 30 is going to be okay. It cannot be okay. Make sure you vote as well. And do you trust you to trust me to trust you? And most of you all say yes. Performance ray tracing. I tell you, it doesn't need ray tracing. It needs 60 frames per second. I mean, look, if you play Resident Evil 4, maybe you all didn't see what NX Gamer said. Shout out to NX Gamer. NX Gamer said they have stripped a tier of resolution out of the Xbox to give it better FPS, and PlayStation's still outperforming it. I mean, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I mean, it is. I mean, this is nuts at this point. Nova Red said no. Nova, honey, I'm sorry, but that's not the way the U.S. justice system works. You know, you know, the shot callers call the shots. You know, I mean, the shot callers call the shots. And Chocolate Thunder is a shot caller. I mean, it's all I can say. I mean, so it needs to be 60 frames. I mean, I'm not taking it no more. I'm a consumer, and I'm going full Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it anymore. Now, I will give a pass to a third-party developer, may not have the money to be able to do the research. I'll give an indie developer the same, you know, same grace. I am not giving a first-party developer that grace. Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay? Cannot win with them. Cannot coach them. Cannot play with them. Can't do it. So, when will Factions 2 get shown? Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what the big deal about that game is, but I know a lot of people are excited about it. So shout out to the people who want to run around and heal people. I mean, in Factions 2. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. So, I mean, this, so you know. So, so Monty White said, yeah, because it's 1440p, it dynamically scales it to 4K. Scales what to 4K? What game are you talking about? So, I mean, yeah, if I'm in the cell and next to Chocolate Thunder, I'm in the cell right across from him, I'm walking away. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to smell it. All right, because you know you're going to hear it and smell it. I don't want to hear, I don't want to, no. 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 I mean, my girl, Sarah Bond, the woman I want to marry and have my children with, she got to get this game to 60 FPS. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I mean, it's like, Sarah, look, you're working for Microsoft. You're smart. You look good. You know, you need to go ahead and do this. This has got to be 60. Okay? Look, you know it's bad when Marlin Gaming Nation is yelling and screaming. Okay, you know it's bad, right? You know, but that's about as bad as it can get. When that guy starts going nuts, then maybe there's a problem. All right, if somebody sent me a clip, shout out to Marlon, he was going off on this. So I don't know if you all saw it, but he went off on REDFALL being 30, okay? RF30 is what I'm calling it, you know, REDFALL 30. So Starfish Mint Starfield is going to be, well, like I said, man, I hope you're wrong. God, I hope you guys are wrong about that. Because, I mean, No Man's Sky is a bigger, well, No Man's Sky is a big game. I don't know what Starfield's going to have. They're talking about you can go to different towns and stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. But No Man's Sky procedurally generating planets every day. Apparently, it generates planets like every second for you to go do your thing on, right? So, but I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, they listen, it better be 60. Okay, that's all I can say. It better be 60. So, the downward incline said it's 30 during walking, shooting night. Oh, man, don't say that, man. Come on. It better not be dropping no frames like that. You know, that's, man, that's bad, man. Y'all supposed to be out there. What's the term you kids use? Hold me down. Isn't that what they say about you guys? Your generation is supposed to be holding me down. Imagine Spider-Man 2 will look like based on well, again, I've not seen Miles Morales or Spider-Man on my OLED, but I know I'm afraid to load that stuff up, man. Because I'm playing The Last of Us Part 1. I almost got killed by some big fat thing that was throwing stuff at me. Like, I couldn't see it. Because it was dark, and I can hear it because, you know, you got the directional hearing. Like, there is something coming on the right side, and I just happened to move right when it started to reach for me. I mean, I got very lucky. But I guess all you have to do is get away from the clickers, because I found this card and I got out. You know, I got out, but that damn thing was fat, man. I don't know what it was called, but it was throwing shit at me. So the Starfield will be dynamic 4K 30. Okay. 1440p 60 width drop. All right, now that's tolerable. That's okay. If it's 4K, are you talking about 4K native 30, or do you think it'll be 4K dynamic at 30 frames per second? And if it is, I won't. That's disappointing. If it's gonna be 4K 30, you gotta have ray tracing, right? And I don't care if it's dynamic 4K, but if you're at 30, you got to go ahead. You have to go ahead and give me the ray tracing. If you're gonna give me 60, I will take some ray tracing, but yeah, give me 14. That's fine. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Okay. Sony paid Microsoft to get Redfall. Yeah, I know. Sony's broke and they're paying off Microsoft. Yeah, it's crazy. And then you take Ghostwire Tokyo. They say that game is trash. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't played it on Xbox, but people are saying that it's unplayable. So I mean, if that's true, then damn. You know, if that's true, then good grief. You know, Factions 2 will definitely have 30, 60, 120F mode. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if they're shooting, if you're running around and shooting, why do you need a 30 FPS mode? You see, I mean, somebody can explain that to me in the comment section. I'm not going to play the game. Well, I'll play the game if you all say, look, we're all going to play the game. We'll invite you in to play the game. But I must warn you, I'm just going to run around because I don't see I don't care to run, I mean, what's the point? Oh, you're supposed to go over there and shoot that rock and then somebody's going to come and do it. What's the point? So does Redfall have ray tracing? I don't know, Nova Red. I don't know. I just know it's 30 frames per second. It has crappy AI. Shout out to Lincoln Clay who pointed that out. So I don't know what they're doing, man. I mean, I'm telling you. So how does Miles Morales and Spider-Man look on an OLED? If you have an OLED, let me know up front, like right now, like if you've played it, what do those two games look like? Spider-Man Miles Morales looked extremely well, and that was on an LED. It looked real good on that LED. So I can imagine what an OLED is going to do. Redfall looks like an Xbox One game. Well, like I said, look, when Marlon Gaming Nation apparently went off today, like he apparently lost it. So it's bad when that happens. When that guy is going crazy, you had Doc Dark? Shout out to him. He went nuts. So, I mean, I guess it's real bad, man. PS3 Flames. Okay. I tell you whose Flames looked like trash was Forspoken. Like when they were in New York City, it looked like trash, but the Flames in the game, in combat, good grief, looks fantastic. I had a ball. Miles Morales, Spider-Man Remastered. Yeah, if you played it on an OLED, what does the game look like? Like, is it like, because I can tell you right now, Mrs. Jones, she told me that Forbidden West, my face would melt, and man, that's one of the best looking games I've ever seen, like ever. But The Last of Us is the best looking game I've seen on my OLED. Now, maybe I can change the settings with Forbidden West, but I mean, The Last of Us, I got just listen, it looks so good on my TV. Like it was almost made to be played on that TV. So, yeah, that's just me though. That's me. Man, it's almost 7 o'clock, man. I have to leave you all here in a minute. So, but I tell you what I'll do. We're going to go ahead and hold off on the Mass Effect until Friday. And I will do 2 hours on YouTube on Friday. Don't fret. 7 p.m. to 9. I'll do the first hour on YouTube. Okay. Then I'll do the second hour on Twitch. Okay. So again, make sure you're following me on Twitch. All right. That way you all can see how to play the game. All right. And then you all can play the game. You all got to play the game as well. So, but yeah. So, but I haven't loaded the Spider-Man game up yet. I still do. You know, I still haven't finished Ratchet and Clank. I heard that game looks effing phenomenal as well. So it is what it is. And isn't it amazing how guys told you that SSDs are only for memory, and clearly that's not what Sony did? I mean, I would love to know what they really did. I mean, people said, well, go back to Mark Cerny's thing. He does kind of explain it with the loading and stuff like that, but I really know how it really does this. Like, I'm nerding out about that. So, but again, we're going to jump on off here. I do appreciate you guys being here. But what do you all think? I mean, Redfall being 30 frames per second on Xbox, which is, we now know, is not the world's most powerful console. Clearly, it's a PlayStation. So, but what do you all think about it? And, you know, somebody said, good grief, Charlie Brown. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, what do you all think about it? And, you know, tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what your thoughts are. Because like I said, for me, this is bad. I mean, this is about as bad as it can get. And now I am worried about Starfield. I'm worried, all right? So my antenna is, the antenna is up. And not in a good way. Because if I wake up and Todd Howard or Bethesda or Microsoft, whoever, comes out and says it's going to be 30 frames per second about Starfield, is Starfield going to be 30 frames per second? Oh, hell no. Hell no. We're going to have some problems. So, but all right then, I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, well, Friday night, it's Wednesday, hump day. I got stuff to do tomorrow, Thursday Night Live. We're going down there. So, but tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm sorry, Friday, 7 p.m., Mass Effect, YouTube, 7 to 8, and then 8 to 9 p.m., Mass Effect on Twitch. So, and make sure I'll put out the link for you. Is that what you kids do? Make sure you put the link out. So we're gonna put the link out, and we'll see where we are at that point on Twitch. So it ought to be fun. And Redfall looks like an expert. Yeah, I know. It's bad. It's real bad out here. What do y'all call it in the YouTube gaming streets? And remember, do you trust yourself to trust me, to trust you? What do you